video. Today we're back on the aether map. So I did a little bit of reading, and it does look like there's a couple recipes that we can do at this point. We do have some basic wood from the aether and stuff like that. Now, one of the things I did find out in the last video, was that you can actually make things, but I actually saw that there was a parachute that was available, and supposedly this should be able to get us around freely. Now, the air stick is because it kind of has the same kind of ability as other sticks. That's probably why when we're not being able to craft any of the recipes, we do need the air sticks. So if we kind of go like that, now we should be able to craft some of the other tools that I do believe that we were looking for. So if we go here, what was it? Where's that called? Can we do this? Okay, if we go like this and like this, that doesn't work. How interesting. Now there are things you can get that it kind of do that. Now I'm kind of more concerned about going back down into that part and kind of getting. Now for this, I did get this. It's called a Western recipe, so I was kind of going through a lot of it. It talks about getting some of the basic recipes for some of the stuff. Now, you got like pig slayers, phoenix swords, lightning swords, flame swords, so on and so forth. Now, the Valkyrie spear was something that I remember seeing in a couple of videos. Now, it could be along the same lines, but I'm not too sure. Now, I did think about getting the, because we are on, and we're going to probably just go ahead and we're going to go for a parachute, okay? Now if I remember, do we put the parachute on? No, I think I just put it on. Okay, there we go. Now there was a bit of a crafting difference between versions. Now this one did have a bit of a different thing. Now I'm not sure on how it definitely works, as we don't want to waste all our energy trying to figure other ways. I mean, we should be okay for food-ish. Now, how does this work? Or to interact with the parachute? Is that it? Oh. Yo, I'm not even doing anything. Chill. You know what? We gotta risk it. We're gonna have to go down here, and I want to get this. So let's just try this. I don't think it's gonna drop anything. Probably not. No. I had a feeling it wouldn't drop anything. The only thing it does drop is the coal. So I didn't find a way to get back to there, because we remember before when we had our basic supplies and stuff like that. That would have been handy at this point, and I really do want to make sure we do have an ample stock of stuff, because we are going to be kind of stuck here probably a while trying to figure this out. I wouldn't mind trying to find some of the Valkyries. I think that's what they are. I could be wrong. And I thought about getting some of those things. Now, the merchant that we did stumble across did have one of the swords, but I'm not sure how to get it otherwise. What is this? What happened? Okay, I don't know. But there's lots of stuff. It's just, I think you need proper weapons for when you're working with it. Now, I don't know how to properly get the parachute to work. I think what we'll do is go with the old-fashioned bridging. I'm just not sure how you would normally get things that you're going to need other than just kind of grinding out stuff like that. I'll try to keep this particular one. I do got the other couple series I'm also working on. I try to give it a little bit of variety instead of just sticking to the one particular thing all the time, as it can get a little tiring. I feel like we do need to go back because, like, I do know for a fact that this has got to be iron right here. And there is no way to get otherwise. So it's kind of like anything else. Now look at this. It's dark again. Man, it gets dark here fast. Okay, well, I don't get it. I will have to look around, see if we can figure out where the portal is. I didn't mark the house which we came in. Kind of like my fault for not doing that. I thought like it just came like where you could just, you know, pop in, pop out type thing. I also noticed that the clouds, some of them are really, really, really different from the others. And I don't know if there are other ones. Now, I don't know if these people's, like, their crop growing is only specific to night. I'm guessing it's only... whoa, whoa, whoa. Chicken flavored drumsticks. Okay, we're in. Whee! Another thing I noticed, there is no doors to any of these things. So, like, that's another thing. So if you are kind of like planning to go back and forth, I don't think that there's a way you can do that. Because I really gotta get that stuff. Okay. Yeah, it's just staring at me. Okay. We got to figure out what we're going to do regards to kind of getting some new stuff. I know that they do, these things do kind of wait for you, kind of try to stomp on you type thing. We do got to get some more weapons. We do got to get that stuff. But I don't know how we're going to trade with these guys to kind of make it work so that way we can maybe get some of that stuff there. Now, I only got 2 error coins. So I don't know if that is anything regards to it. So this is a water veil. Can I even stock these? That's just kind of wrong. Like, it feels like one of the things about this particular map and stuff like that is that you really got to kind of just get rid of some of the stuff that you have, because due to the fact that there's no room, like you can't do anything with most of them. Okay, I don't know if I need that many maps or anything. Oh, I did get iron ore. Okay, this is very interesting. I don't know if that's like what we need to do. Whether or not. Oh, I think we weren't quite at the village when we came in here, eh? No, I think we were like further away when it came to... Yeah, it's over here. Alright, we're gonna go back. Totally forgot that it wasn't at the village that, you know, we came in. We had to travel to get to the village in order to do that. Now this is the building here. We're gonna pop back in. I think we're gonna grind out a little. This is kind of cool. Like, I mean, the person who put like this particular one in, kind of type thing, is pretty cool. Like, you got like multiple entrances and stuff like that. I want to talk to him. if you have time, so many questions, just spend time to do that. Let's take this map. This is the one of the greatest minutes. Okay. Okay. Yes, well, I understand that, but I'm going to go back, and I'll come back later on. Ciao for now. Alright, we're back. So, I don't know much about the recipes and stuff like that. Now, we did retain everything. That's pretty good. So, I don't know if we want to really travel too far away from basically where this is. Like, it looks like there's some kind of, like, iron through them and stuff like that. But, like, I really want to be sure that we have enough to kind of get... Now, there are different things. Like, we could get some of the coal nut here, which is probably not going to be a bad idea. And I know for a fact that we could craft with this. This is not going to be, like, that difficult to do. And we could use this for sure. There's the trees and everything in there, but it's not the same as over here. So this would be kind of like a back and forth thing. Just to feel comfortable. And this guy's probably looking at me like, yeah. We're just gonna hide under a tree. I think it would be kind of a good kind of thing. Because they kind of slump down on you. As you can see, like, our inventory is a little bit of a ruckus right now. I thought about getting some cows. We can make some bundles. That would probably be a big one. That would probably be a good way to start a lot of the stuff. Now, I'm going to probably get a whole bunch of supplies for here, and then run back in, do some stuff there, come back in, get some more supplies. It'll be a bit of a mess, but at the same time, I don't want to be kind of like not prepared more than I was like last time. I was almost fully prepared, except for the fact that the zombie did not help us with that one. Ow. Oh, this thing. Will it give, like, take a chill pill or something? There. Don't you start. There. I'll put the aether on top of my head. I know for a fact, like, we can get some iron tools in that here, which would probably be a good idea. Good way to kind of get some of the basics done. Now, if we have the appropriate tools, can we... No, it just keeps refreshing. All right. Good to know. I don't know how to properly use the parachute. This might be one of the few things that we're going to use to kind of get used to using and stuff like that. I will use, because I want to bring a few of these with us. But I know for a fact that one of the few things we will probably have to do is dig and get a few more things while we're in here. Now, I did have, like I said, over a stack of goodies and supplies. Now, we should be okay for now. We're going to make up some torches. Yeah, I think the best thing for us is to get some cows and put these things away. Due to the fact that we don't have a lot of supplies, and we're really homing it down here. Okay, hang on. It doesn't hurt to get a bunch of supplies anyways. It's always good to be on the safe side than anything else. Okay, so there's a cave down there, but they're kind of like I kind of pictured him like a kind of like a Mario, like what are those mushroom clouds on Mario there? Like they kind of got something like that. That's what that reminds me of because I could stare at them. They kind of like got that kind of like same texture and stuff like that. But anyways, I think we're gonna spend probably a video just trying to get some of the basic supplies down and ready. No, I don't think we could get any of the other things here. It's just what makes it very difficult is you had to defeat those on the way out. I'm gonna probably spend most of my time grinding a little and kind of seeing what I can do. We're gonna probably have to get some more sheep. I didn't see those in the aether. Oh, so that's gonna be another thing. So it definitely makes it a lot more challenging, that's for sure. And we'll work it out. So the script did leave eventually. So that's also a big bonus for a lot of things. I think what we'll do is maybe, I don't know if I will probably like pause or anything like that. As it is evening. Oh. Yeah, this could get kind of like bad really fast. There we go. Like they do want to come and kind of like bounce on you and stuff like that. That's where a lot of the problems start to happen because we got too much that we could lose. I think those are the things that are making the noise. So we're gonna kind of close that off. And we're gonna try to find some other stuff to do while we wait. Anyway. So I don't know if we should get ourselves like some better like iron tools or something like that. I could easily try to do that. Because I couldn't make anything in the aether and I don't know why that was something. So it might be something that we may end up having to work with, probably do or fix. I will probably drop out some of this stuff. See, this is iron ore, but it doesn't do anything. And we're going to throw these thicklies, I think. Yeah, we're going to throw the thicklies. And then there's the cobblestone thing. This is a totem of life. I don't know what that is. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Yeah. Anyway, if anything by this video particular, we're gonna have to figure out how to be protected by these guys as like they are kind of like aggressive actually. They're more like not so much as like a creeper, they're more like a skeleton, I would say more, except they don't attack in that same way. So let's just try to figure out something that we can do. If we got some type of armor might help. I don't know how we're gonna get like enchantment tables and stuff like that. That's something else that we're gonna have to kind of like figure out work with. We could dig down. Like I said, I could get some of that stuff. We'll figure this out. Hopefully by the end of this particular episode and stuff like that. So I'm really kind of worrying about kind of getting out and actually kind of doing anything. As we don't really have a lot of wood-based anything. I hear the Wandering Trader, which is kind of cool. But it does look pretty good. Like I kind of think the aether is kind of looks really interesting to kind of do anything. But the thing is getting out there to do anything is kind of like in itself a totally different story. We are going to have a bunch of problems. And okay, so yeah, they're right there. Okay, so they do come down. So it is those things. I don't know if they drop anything useful on the way down. So if you can get them, that's pretty cool. I don't know how long. There's like a phantom, so I'm guessing that they kind of do that as well. Kind of like a mixture of like a few, I think, different mobs and stuff like that. I think because they're so like fluffy, I'm gonna say. I don't think it's easy for them to come down here. And plus I'm more protected. So I don't think they can make it to kind of like whatever you want to try to do, squish me, whatever. So the next run down, I think I could get another like hit in. I wonder if I kind of like go up one or down. It'd be kind of interesting to see one of these like up close and stuff like that. Like kind of seeing like what they actually look like. Those look like almost to me like a deflated balloon. Is there anything? There doesn't look like there's too much up there. I don't know if any of them are small enough to fit down here, but I've had about two now that kind of came down. I gave them a hit, so they kind of floated right back up again. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surrounded. And the thing is, the difference, these guys kind of don't burn like a normal, anything else that we have. So that makes it even more kind of difficult. I need to find like a lot more about this particular map and stuff like that, as you don't really get too many like instructions with certain mods that I've kind of done. I've had to kind of like figure it out and go, oh, okay, that's what you gotta do and stuff like that. But if you've played this particular mod, like let me know about any objectives and stuff like that. Like if you could think of any. I'd like to hear from you just to kind of get an idea like what my objective is to do. Is like am I supposed to go in the aether and defeat bosses? Am I supposed to just get supplies? I have no idea what to do other than the fact it's just regular Minecraft with basically annoying mobs. I wish we had like skeletons at this point. That would be handy. They're like a, yeah, they're like a puffy balloon. They're a little easier going up one. Because then they can't get you on the sides. What I'm all right about is like regular creepers now. Where down there you would not get that kind of type thing. Because those are keep flowing back up, so I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to be doing. They only come down every so often. All I think I could guess from that is it looks like a crab type thing. Oh, hello. So I don't know if that's anything. Yeah, he's vanished. He's scared. What? Are they scared of anything? Like, I'm wondering if they're scared of anything. I might have to look that up because, like, it's like a. Oh. Well, good luck, dude. Anyway, I want to find out a little bit more about this particular mod, as this is not the one I thought it was going to become. And maybe do a little bit more research, because all we're doing in this particular one is trying to figure out objectives, and we kind of did a little exploring from our last video to this video. And then once I get like kind of more of a clearer kind of idea what to do, I will let you know by our next video, and then we can take it from there. But I hope you all have yourselves a great day, and thank you for joining us. Cheers!